So one way to see knowledge or to look at knowledge is it's like a scab that's holding a protective space, or like a cocoon for energetic, spiritual trauma, mental fractures, and the knowledge itself isn't living, but it's helping to protect what is living. And like a scab, eventually there's not need for it anymore, and it falls off. As you become more aware, as you become more present, eventually all the head knowledge stuff, all the book learning, all of your history that you've learned, it becomes unnecessary. And it's not that it goes away, it's just that it becomes less relevant, it becomes less important to your life. And the idea is that you're dying to the knowledge as the moment is refreshing every second, every nanosecond. You can't even see how fast it's refreshing. You're dying to the knowledge, and you're reawakening, or you're remembering the mystery. The mystery is what most of us, all of us, have been on a sabbatical from, in the dive into the head space, or the knowledge space. Because when you're knowing something, it's putting you at a distance from your actual life. It's putting you at a distance from the oozy, slimy, mushy-gushy, vibrating energy vortex field that is the present. And it puts you into projection mode, where you're always thinking about past and future. And it's kind of like it's like a scab. It's like a protective cocoon for healing spiritual traumas, spiritual crisis, because it gives comfort. It feels very comfortable to be thinking a lot, and to be putting up defensive knowledge. You're holding it up like a battering ram or something. It holds at bay the partially what we call the void, which is really scary if you've been playing in ego land for a really long time. The void is scary from that perspective. There's no actual knowing the existence, though. There's no knowing the life. You can only live it. You can't know it. You can do one or the other. You can't really do both. If you're having a bunch of knowledge, then you're setting a bunch of sticking points and a lot of pretend solidities, or static thought forms, when they're not applicable. The whole existence is fluid. It's constantly in a flux. And the only time that paradox exists, or confusion, is when you're trying to divide your mental attention between knowledge and the lived, observed, refreshing every billionth of a nanosecond existence. the only time where there's sort of a mental fracture that tries to occur. And when you're trying to deal in all kinds of images, pictures, and theories as overlays on top of life itself, because they can never describe it. Not only that, but they don't give true fulfillment because it's always a reflection or an image. It's always one step removed from your actual life, which is as close as it can possibly get. There isn't any separation between your life and you. It's the same thing. But starting off from childhood, you're given all the separations. You're given the distances. You're given the little wedges in between your actual life and the perceived or mental life, which is full of labels, which are all inaccurate. They're fine to play as roles, do some role playing for a bit, but they're not the actual thing. And once you realize that, once you deeply feel that, then you can come full circle and swing back around and grab a few labels here and there and wear them. But you're no longer under the delusion that you are them. It's like a hat that you put on or some sunglasses you're wearing for a bit. And that's all of them. It's all of the labels, all of the categories, all of the boxes that we put ourselves in. They're temporary. But the mind, the projector, likes to hold solidities. It likes to hold theories of everything. Dying to knowledge, reawakening to the mystery. That's what it is. And it's a constant. It doesn't stop. You're not going to reach a final destination or something. There are pseudo destinations along the path, but to think that there's a final destination is stepping right into another box. Which, if you're needing to do that, then fine, because it's like a Band-Aid. And if something needs to be healed that way, then go ahead and do that.